I was sitting across from the loan officer when his smile dropped. "We can't move forward, Miss Lane." "What? Why not?" He looked uncomfortable, shifted papers around. "There's a fraud alert on your profile. Several open accounts flagged under investigation." My stomach dropped. "I don't have other accounts." He turned the screen toward me. My name, Mira Lane, clear as day. My date of birth, my social security number, my email address. But those weren't my accounts. Credit cards I'd never opened. Loans I'd never taken. Addresses I'd never lived at. Then I saw it. The contact phone number. A number I knew by heart. My brother's. The room tilted. My chest caved in. "Miss Lane, are you okay?" I wasn't. I staggered out of the bank like I'd been hit by a car. My phone buzzed. Another alert. A debt collector. Calling about a loan I hadn't taken, demanding payment I didn't owe, for purchases I'd never made. My brother, Cole. My own brother had been using my identity to scam people. My name is Mira Lane, and that day, sitting in a bank office staring at fraudulent accounts with my brother's phone number, was the day my life collapsed. But it was also the day I decided I would take everything back. Every piece of my identity he'd stolen. Every shred of dignity he'd destroyed. And I would make sure he faced every single consequence. I drove straight to my parents' house. Didn't call ahead. Didn't warn them, just burst through the door with printed documents in my hand. Bank statements, account applications, fraud alerts, all with Cole's phone number attached. "He used me," I shouted. "He stole my identity." My mother went pale. My father shifted uncomfortably in his chair, and Cole? He was sitting on the couch. Phone in hand, he looked up and laughed. Actually laughed. "You're being dramatic, Mir. Dramatic? Dramatic?" I threw the papers at him. "You opened credit cards in my name. You took out loans. You destroyed my credit." He shrugged. "You weren't using it." "That's not how this works." My voice cracked. I was screaming now. Crying. Shaking. The whole house felt like it was vibrating with my rage. My mother stepped forward. "Mira, please, calm down." "Calm down?" "He committed fraud." "He's your brother," she said quietly. "Don't make this a war." I stared at her, at the woman who was supposed to protect me, who was telling me to be quiet, to accept this, to let it go. And that's when I knew. They already knew. My parents knew what Cole had been doing, and they'd said nothing. My parents tried to mediate. We sat in the living room like we were discussing Thanksgiving plans. Not identity theft, not fraud, not my brother destroying my financial future. "You shouldn't press charges," my father said. "Why not? It would ruin his future." "What about my future?" Silence. Cole sat there, arms crossed, smirking, like this was all a big joke. "You're not even using your credit anyway," he said. My mother nodded. "He's right, you don't really need loans right now." "That's not the point." "Don't yell at your mother," my father warned. I stood up. "You're defending him, after everything he did." "We're not defending." "Yes, you are. You're choosing him over me." My mother's eyes filled with tears. "We're trying to keep this family together. He's the one who broke it." I grabbed my purse. "Mira, where are you going?" "Somewhere people actually care about me." I slammed the door, got in my car, and made a decision. If my family wouldn't protect me from Cole, then I'd make sure they regretted protecting him. Every single one of them. 3 days later, a message appeared in my LinkedIn inbox. "Are you Mira Lane?" The sender's name was Tasha Williams. I didn't recognize her. "Yes, who is this?" Her response came immediately. "A man scammed me for $3,000 pretending to be you." My stomach flipped. She sent screenshots, job postings, freelance opportunities, all using my name, my photo pulled from social media, my credentials. But the contact information? Cole's. The payment requests? His accounts. "I thought I was hiring you," Tasha wrote, "for marketing work." He sent proposals, contracts, everything looked legitimate. Then he disappeared with my deposit. I felt sick. "I'm so sorry, that wasn't me. I know that now. I found your real profile, your actual work history. How did you know to contact me?" "Because when I reported him, the police told me this name keeps coming up. Different scams. Same victim. You." There were more. More people Cole had scammed. More victims using my identity, my face, my reputation, my name, to steal money, to destroy lives. And I'd had no idea. That night, I created a burner email, opened a spreadsheet, got a second phone number through an app, and I started hunting. Every night after work, I searched. Mira Lane freelance scam, Mira Lane fraud, Mira Lane fake job posting. Every search revealed more victims. People who'd paid deposits for work that never happened. People who'd been promised opportunities that didn't exist. People who'd trusted someone using my name. I documented everything. Contact information, dates, amounts stolen, screenshots. Every entry was methodical, organized, precise. And every new victim I found was another nail in the coffin I was building. For Cole. Some victims were angry at me, at first, until I explained, showed them my real accounts, proved I wasn't involved. Most believed me. Some even wanted to help. "What are you going to do?" Tasha asked. "I'm going to destroy him." "How?" "By giving him exactly what he deserves." "I'm in," she said. "Me too," wrote another victim named James. Then another and another. We created a private group chat, shared evidence, coordinated stories, built a timeline. Cole thought he was hunting victims. He didn't realize we were hunting him. The breakthrough came at a family barbecue. Cole left his laptop open on the patio table. Went inside to grab a beer. I shouldn't have looked. I knew I shouldn't, but I did. A screen showed Discord, a private server. I clicked, and my world exploded. Screenshots, tutorials, templates, him bragging about the scams with friends. Easiest money I ever made. My sister has no idea, lol. She's too slow to figure it out. They had a name for it, the Mira Farm. Like I was livestock. A resource to be exploited. My hands shook as I scrolled. Months of messages, hundreds of scams, step-by-step instructions on how to impersonate me, how to copy my writing style, my speech patterns, my work samples. I grabbed my phone, started taking photos, every message, every screenshot, every confession. Cole came back. "Hey, what you doing?" I looked up, smiled. "Nothing, just checking my email." He didn't suspect a thing. Why would he? I was too slow to figure it out, remember? I went home that night, uploaded everything, organized it, dated it, cataloged it, and I didn't cry. For the first time since this started, I didn't cry. I smiled. Because I had him. Completely, undeniably. And he had no idea what was coming. I showed my father the Discord screenshots, all of them. The bragging, the mockery, the tutorial on how to impersonate me. He read in silence, then set down his phone. Boys do stupid things. Boys? He's 28 years old. He's still young, still finding himself. By committing felonies? It's not that serious. It's identity theft, Dad. It's fraud. It's a federal crime. You're being dramatic. There it was again. That word. Dramatic. Like my pain was performance, like my destruction was theater. He's your brother, my father said. Family protects family. He's not protecting me. Because you're the older one, you're supposed to be more mature. I stared at him. This man who'd raised me, who'd taught me right from wrong, who was now defending theft because the thief was his son. You're not just excusing him, I said quietly. You're enabling him. I'm being realistic. No, you're being a coward. I stood up. And if Cole is the golden child, then I guess I'm the family's emotional janitor, cleaning up messes, accepting abuse. Mira, I'm done. I left. And I never looked back. I encouraged Tasha to post her story publicly. Are you sure? She asked. Positive. People need to know. She did. A detailed Facebook post about being scammed, using my name, my photos, my credentials, by someone who turned out to be my brother. It went viral. 12,000 shares in 2 days. Comments flooded in. This happened to me too. I hired Mira Lane for graphic design, never got the work. I paid $2,000 for a fake consulting contract. More victims emerged. Some contacted me directly. My burner inbox lit up like a Christmas tree. Each person gave me permission to share their story. Each person added evidence to my collection. I was building more than a case. I was building a movement. And Cole? He had no idea. Still posting on social media, still living his life, still thinking he was untouchable. The golden child who could do no wrong. He was about to learn, very painfully. That wrong always catches up, eventually, and his eventually was coming fast. Cole showed up at my apartment 3 weeks later, pounding on the door. Mira, open up. I looked through the peephole. He was sweating, red-faced, panicked. I know you're in there. I didn't open the door, just stood there, watching. Are you talking to people? Are you telling them shit about me? Silence. Open the fucking door, Mira. I pulled out my phone, started recording. This is harassment. You're trying to ruin my life? You think you're so smart? You think you can just destroy me? I didn't do anything wrong. Those people are lying. He kept going. Threats, accusations, panic, all recorded, all time-stamped, all evidence. After 10 minutes, he left. I saved the video, added it to my evidence folder, sent copies to Tasha and the other victims. He's cracking, Tasha wrote. Good, I replied. What's next? We make sure he breaks completely. Because I didn't want him scared, I wanted him destroyed, the way he'd tried to destroy me, only worse, much worse. My mother came over a week later, crying. He's in therapy now, he's getting help. Good for him. He's sorry, Mira, he really is. Is he sorry he did it, or sorry he got caught? She didn't answer. He wants to make amends. By giving back the money he stole? It's not that simple. It's exactly that simple. My mother wiped her eyes. Please, don't destroy your family over this. I looked at her, this woman who'd given birth to me, who was asking me to sacrifice myself. Again for Cole, always for Cole. Would you be here if he'd scammed someone else, I asked. Silence. Would you be begging for mercy if the victim wasn't me? More silence. That's what I thought. Mira, he already destroyed this family, Mom. Not me, him. You're being cruel. I'm being honest. There's a difference. She left crying. I felt nothing. No guilt. No regret. Just clarity. Crystal clear, undeniable clarity. My family had chosen sides, and they hadn't chosen me. So I'd choose myself. Every single time. Cole sent me a letter, handwritten, unsigned, like he was afraid to claim it. Mira, I know you're mad. I get it. I messed up. But you have to understand, I was under pressure. Bills, debt, stress. I didn't mean to hurt you. You're overreacting to this whole thing. If people want their money back, we can split the restitution. Work together to fix this. We're family. Let's handle this privately. I read it twice. Then I laughed. He still thought this was about money. Still thought I wanted a cut. Still thought he could negotiate. He had no idea. This wasn't about money. This was about me, about my name, my reputation, my future. About making sure he understood that actions have consequences, and his consequences were just beginning. I took a photo of the letter, added it to the evidence, showed my lawyer. He's admitting to it, she said. In writing. Stupid and arrogant. Perfect combination. What do we do with this? Save it. For court. Because that's where this was heading. Not mediation. Not family therapy. Court. Where his letters and lies wouldn't save him. I went to the police. Brought everything. Screenshots, bank records, victim statements, the Discord messages, the letter, the recordings of him threatening me. All of it. The detective listened without interrupting. Took notes. Made copies. This is extensive, she said. I'm thorough. How many victims? 23 that I've confirmed. Probably more. Total amount stolen? Over $40,000. She whistled. And he used your identity for all of it. Every single scam. She closed the folder. We'll open an investigation, but I need to warn you, these cases take time. How long? Months. Maybe a year. I'll wait. Your brother will likely try to contact you, to intimidate you. He already has. I showed her the recording. We can get a restraining order. Do it, she nodded. Miss Lane, why are you doing this? Most people in your situation just want it to go away. I looked at her directly. Because he destroyed my life, and I'm taking it back. Even if it means destroying his? Especially if it means that. She smiled slightly. Good, we need more people like you. I created an anonymous blog. The identity thief who called me sister. Didn't use names, didn't reveal locations, just told the story. A woman whose brother stole her identity, used her name to scam dozens of people, destroyed her credit, her reputation, her peace, and a family that protected him instead of her. I posted it late one night, shared it to a few Reddit communities, a victim support forum, a fraud awareness group, and waited. By morning, it had 5,000 views. By afternoon, 20,000. Comments poured in. This happened to me with my cousin. Family theft is so common and so ignored. You're brave for speaking out. Suddenly, people were talking about scam culture, stolen identity, toxic families, about the victims no one believes, about the criminals who get away with it because they're family. My inbox flooded. Journalists, podcasters, other victims. My name was clearing, my story was spreading, and somewhere, Cole was reading it. Realizing his secret was out. Realizing everyone knew. Realizing I wasn't backing down. But I wasn't done, not even close. Cole's boss found the blog, then found the victims, then found the evidence. He called Cole into his office on a Wednesday. I know because Tasha worked in the same building. She watched him leave, box in hands, face red, eyes down, fired. Effective immediately, for conduct unbecoming of the company's values, which was corporate speak for, we don't employ criminals. Cole called me that night. I didn't answer. He left a voicemail. This is your fault. You ruined my life. I lost my job because of your bullshit. You're going to regret this." I saved the voicemail, added it to the evidence, sent it to the detective, who added witness intimidation to the charges. Every move he made hurt him. Every word he spoke became evidence. Every threat he issued tightened the noose. I wasn't sad, wasn't scared. I was free. Free from guilt, free from obligation, free from the lie that family means accepting abuse. Cole was drowning, and I was watching, calmly, quietly, without reaching out a hand. My parents called. Conference call, both of them. "You've humiliated this family." Cole humiliated this family. You didn't have to go public. He didn't have to commit fraud. Everyone's talking about us. Maybe they should be. My father's voice went cold. "If you don't stop this, we're cutting you off." Cutting me off from what? Everything. Family events, holidays, the will. I almost laughed. "You think I care about your money? You should. I care about my integrity, my name, my future. Cole is your brother, and I'm your daughter, but you never protected me." My mother started crying. "You'll regret this." "I already do. I regret trusting you." "Mira," I hung up. Then I blocked both numbers, blocked them on social media, blocked them everywhere, because toxic people don't deserve access. Even if they're family, especially if they're family. I sat in my apartment that night, alone. No parents, no brother, no family, and I felt lighter than I had in years, because sometimes losing family means finding yourself. Cole's girlfriend found my blog. She messaged me on Instagram. "Is this all true?" I could have been cruel, could have gloated. Instead, I just sent her everything. Screenshots, evidence, victim statements. The Discord messages where he called her collateral damage. The posts where he joked about using her car for meetups. The truth, all of it. She went silent for 3 days. Then her Instagram story appeared. "Sometimes the person you love is someone you don't actually know. Trust your instincts. Karma always calls back." Another post, moving out, moving on. She'd left him, took her stuff, changed her locks, blocked his number. Another mask had fallen. Another consequence delivered. Cole was losing everything. Job, girlfriend, family support. All because he'd underestimated me. Thought I'd stay quiet. Thought I'd protect him. Thought I was too weak to fight back. He'd been so wrong. And he was still falling. Still losing. Still facing more consequences. Because I wasn't done yet. Not even close. 6 victims filed a class action lawsuit, coordinated through our group chat, represented by a lawyer who worked pro bono, because the case was so clear-cut, so documented, so undeniable. I wasn't a plaintiff, but I was a witness. Central witness, actually. My evidence formed the backbone of their case. "You may be subpoenaed," the lawyer told me. "Good. You'll have to testify. Face your brother in court." "I'll testify in heels." She smiled. "You're tougher than most clients I work with." I've had to be. The lawsuit sought full restitution, plus damages for emotional distress, plus legal fees. Total, over $60,000. Cole didn't have it, couldn't get it. His credit was destroyed, his job was gone. The lawsuit would financially ruin him, for years, maybe forever. And I felt nothing but satisfaction, cold, complete, justified satisfaction. He'd tried to ruin me. Now we'd return the favor, legally, publicly, permanently. Justice wasn't just coming, it was already here. And it had receipts. I found another account, hidden PayPal, fake name. But the email, one I recognized from the Discord server, I reported it to the detective. She got a warrant. Checked the balance, $12,482. Money from his latest scams. Sitting there, untouched. The feds froze it immediately, seized the funds as evidence. When Cole tried to withdraw it, the account was gone. I heard through mutual acquaintances that he lost his mind, called PayPal screaming, threatened legal action. They told him the account was under federal investigation, that he should contact a lawyer. He couldn't afford one, couldn't access the stolen money, couldn't do anything but watch it disappear. I'd beaten him to his own money, taken his emergency fund, left him with nothing, and it felt perfect. Absolutely perfect. Because for every dollar he'd stolen, I was taking back tenfold. Not in money. In consequences, in justice, in complete and total destruction. My mother showed up at my workplace, public place. She knew I couldn't make a scene. "Please," she begged, "he's spiraling." Good. He talked about disappearing, about running away. Let him. Mira, he's your brother. He was my brother. Before he became a criminal. He made mistakes. Plural. Mistakes, multiple, over months. That's not a mistake, that's a choice. People were staring now, my coworkers, customers, everyone. He's family, she whispered. I looked at her. This woman who'd given me life, who was begging me to sacrifice mine for someone who'd never sacrificed anything. Family protects each other, I said clearly. He didn't protect me, you didn't protect me, so I'm protecting myself. By destroying him? By holding him accountable. That's cruel. No, fraud is cruel, theft is cruel. What I'm doing is justice. She started crying. You've changed. Yes, I have. I stopped being a doormat. I walked back to my desk, left her standing there, crying in public just like she'd left me, crying alone, unprotected for years. Now she understood how it felt. My therapist asked the question I'd been avoiding. Why is this so important to you? Because he destroyed my life. But you're rebuilding. You could move on without all this. I thought about it, about why I couldn't just let it go. He made me invisible, I said finally. Made me a joke, a resource. And now? Now I'm making sure everyone sees exactly who he is. She nodded. You're not cruel for protecting yourself. My family thinks I am. Your family enabled abuse. There's a difference. I feel guilty sometimes. That's normal. But guilt isn't the same as being wrong. She leaned forward. You're not broken for needing boundaries. You're healthy. I cried then, not from sadness, from relief. Because someone finally told me I wasn't crazy. Wasn't cruel. Wasn't wrong. I was just protecting myself. After years of no one else doing it, that session changed something. Made me certain. Made me strong. Made me ready. For what came next. For court. For justice. For finally, completely winning. The courtroom was smaller than I expected. Cole sat across from me. Same smirk. Same arrogance. Like he still thought he'd win. Victims testified first. Tasha, James, others. Each telling their story. Each showing evidence. Each identifying Cole as the scammer. Then it was my turn. I walked to the stand, placed my hand on the Bible, swore to tell the truth, and I did. Every detail, every theft, every lie. I spoke with clarity, with calm, with power. Cole's lawyer tried to twist it. Isn't it true you have a contentious relationship with your brother? Yes, because he committed fraud against me. Isn't it possible you're exaggerating? I have documentation. Would you like to see it? The lawyer went quiet. The prosecutor presented everything. Discord screenshots, bank records, victim statements, the letter Cole had written, the recordings of his threats, all of it. The paper trail didn't lie. Couldn't lie. Was undeniable. And Cole? He sat there, watching his life end, watching justice arrive, watching me win. Finally, completely, undeniably. The verdict came quickly. Guilty on multiple counts of identity theft, guilty on fraud, guilty on wire fraud, guilty on everything. The judge wasn't sympathetic. You violated your own sister's trust, destroyed her credit, stole from innocent people. This court sees no remorse, only entitlement. Sentencing, 3 years in county jail. Restitution ordered, full amount stolen plus damages, criminal record permanent. My parents didn't show up, Cole's friends were gone, his girlfriend had moved on. He sat there, alone, facing consequences. Finally, the bailiff led him away. He looked at me one last time. No smirk now, just fear. And I felt peace. Complete. Total. Undeniable peace. Outside, reporters asked questions. I smiled politely, declined to comment, just walked to my car, and drove away. From the courthouse, from Cole, from everything. Finally free, finally vindicated, finally whole. Justice had been served, and it tasted perfect. I changed my name legally, filed the paperwork 2 weeks after the trial. From Mira Lane to Mira Blackwell. My grandmother's maiden name, a symbolic cut, severing ties with the family that had failed me, reclaiming identity from the brother who'd stolen it, starting fresh. The courthouse clerk smiled when I picked up the new documents. Congratulations. Thank you. New beginning? The best kind. I left with my new driver's license, new social security card, new legal identity. Everything that was mine, really mine, untouched by Cole, unconnected to my family. Just me. Mira Blackwell, survivor, fighter, winner. It felt like shedding poisoned skin, like emerging from a cocoon, like being reborn, clean, free, powerful. I went home that night. Put my old ID in a box, labeled it before, put my new ID on my desk, and smiled. Because sometimes the best revenge isn't destruction, it's transformation. Becoming everything they said you couldn't be. Living freely when they tried to cage you. Thriving when they wanted you broken. That's what I'd done. And it felt incredible. 6 months later, I launched a nonprofit, Second Self Identity Theft Survivor Support. Our mission: help victims reclaim their identity and power, provide legal resources, emotional support, practical guidance. Everything I'd wished I'd had, everything I'd had to figure out alone, now available to others. The first meeting had 4 people. By month 3 we had 20. By month 6, over 40 members, and growing. We shared stories, evidence collection tips, legal strategies. We supported each other through court cases, celebrated victories together, mourned setbacks together, built a community of survivors, not victims, survivors, people who'd fought back, who'd won, who were rebuilding. Tasha became our vice president. James handled outreach. Others volunteered legal advice, counseling, administrative help. We became a family, a real one, built on support, not obligation, on choice, not blood, on respect, not tradition. Media covered our launch. Local woman turns personal tragedy into advocacy. Nonprofit helps identity theft victims fight back. Second Self gives survivors their power back. My story, the real one, was out, and helping others. That felt better than any verdict, better than any consequence, better than revenge. It felt like purpose. The letter arrived 8 months into Cole's sentence. County jail postmark, his handwriting. I almost threw it away, but opened it. Mira, I know you probably won't read this, but I need to try. I'm sorry for everything. I was wrong. I'm in therapy here, working on myself, understanding what I did. I destroyed your life. I know that now. I'm not asking for forgiveness. Just help. A character reference for my parole hearing. Help me get out early. Get my life back. You're still my sister. Please. Cole, I read it once, then I walked to the trash can, threw it away. No hesitation, no second thoughts, no anger, no bitterness, just calm truth. I'm not his victim anymore, not his sister, not his anything. He made his choices, he faces his consequences, and I'm free. Building my nonprofit, helping survivors, living my truth, being everything he tried to destroy. Sometimes revenge isn't loud, isn't violent, isn't even confrontational. Sometimes revenge is simply becoming everything they tried to destroy. Living freely, loving yourself, refusing to be broken. That's what I did, and that's what I'll keep doing. Not for him, for me. For every victim who thinks they're powerless. For every survivor who needs to see that fighting back works. For everyone who's been told to stay quiet, to protect family, to accept abuse. I'm proof you don't have to. You can fight, you can win, you can thrive. Cole is in jail, I'm free. That's all the revenge I need.